Hi, Dr. Rajagopala. Thank you so much for coming on our show and talking to us. And I have been observing your pioneering work in Ayurveda. What I wanted to know or ask you was what has been your initiation in the world of Ayurveda? Who introduced you, or who were your mentors or inspiration, and what inspired you or drew you to this?
See, I had a very humble childhood period, and my journey started. Ayurveda is a chance. Medicine was my subject of interest, but Ayurveda was a chance. But once it became my profession, I made it my choice, and I proceeded with that.
Okay. And so, in your childhood, was there any inspiration, like your grandmother, mother, someone who introduced you to these ingredients, or something that inspired you and drew you to this? Because you could have chosen a Western medicine or some other area of medicine, but what drew you to Ayurveda?
Yeah, definitely. Yes, my family doctor was an LIM of the olden days, which is a integrated practice, and he used to prepare these Ayurveda medicines like Charnaprash, the Shamula, Arishta, and all other things.
Okay.
And I grew with the looking of all those things. And there is a remote history in the family too. My great grandmother was a very good midwifer. It's said I have not met her, but I was told like this. And this, of course, medicine was the thing. And I didn't have very specificity to modern medicine or Ayurveda specific. Ayurveda was a chance but choice then.
Okay. So, Dr. Rajagopala, we've talked about your sort of introduction and initiation in this world of Ayurveda. थोड़ा ये बताइए कि आपकी journey, like India में आपकी life कैसी थी? Which city are you from, and your childhood? Any memories that you would love to share with us?
See, I'm from southern part of India. My native village belongs to Kerala state.
Okay.
And my mother tongue is Kannada. Though it is in Kerala, I am not a Malayali, I am a Keralite, born brought of Kerala, and early education was in a rural school. It's a private government aided school, and my father was a teacher in the same school, so it was a strict part, like we cannot do any mischief or anything like that. Of course, I was not that also.
So, were you based in Karnataka then?
No, I was based in Kerala.
Kerala.
It's a border actually.
Okay.
Just 20 kilometers from Karnataka border.
So, what's the city called?
The place is called as Badiyadka. It's in Kasaragod district of Kerala, northernmost district of Kerala state. After my 10th standard, I went for college, intermediate, +2 actually it is. It's called as PDC, pre-degree course. And in between I dropped it and I joined Ayurveda course in Coimbatore. It was a unique program of Gurukula education of 7.5 years of education, wherein 2 years of pre-degree program and then 5.5 years of Ayurveda degree program was there. Residential college, and it was totally Gurukula free education system on those days, and I had 7 years of Ayurveda education. Sanskrit was given more importance. That was in Coimbatore. Again, Coimbatore is a big city, but our college was in the outskirts of Coimbatore on the foothills of Western Ghats. Wild elephants in the winter months, they used to roam around the college building and all. So that was a very interesting period. And after completion of my graduation of BA MS degree, I worked for 1 year in a private hospital in my native place near this place called as Mangaluru, district headquarters, big place. And then I went for post-graduation in Gujarat. Jamnagar, Gujarat Ayurveda University. It is one of the pioneers in Ayurveda education, and it started in 1954 or so. And I was lucky to get admission there. Subject of my interest was pediatrics in Ayurveda, and I got the selection in the same subject. 3 years of degree, I did, post-graduation degree I did there. Then for a couple of years, I was working in a private colleges in Karnataka. You must be knowing Hassan. Hassan is near to Bangalore. I was there for 1 year, and then a new college in Mudabidri. Mudabidri is a very historic Jain city in near Mangaluru. I was there for 3 years. Once again, destiny pulled me to Jamnagar. I went back to Jamnagar for my doctoral degree, PhD, and after that absorbed as a faculty there. Till 2016, I was there in Jamnagar. 2016, new institution opened at Delhi by Government of India. That's All India Institute of Ayurveda. And I joined an associate professor there in the same subject and same thing. That is life in Delhi. And recently, of course, in 2022, I was selected as a Ayurveda academic chair to this Western Sydney University. Visa and medical exam, this and the processes, they took some time. So I could join only 2014 January.
2014.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, 24 January. 24 January, I could join here. And yes, it's just fag end of my 1 year deputation here.
So, so yes, you were appointed as the academic chair here. तो इसके बारे में थोड़ा बताइए कि यहाँ पे NCIM, it's a health research center at the Western Sydney University. So what exactly is this work like, and what is this department doing, and what's the vision and mission and goal of this department?
See, Western Sydney University started this institute in way back in 2008 or so. It was in their Campbelltown campus earlier.
Okay.
This campus in Westmead, they have come in 17-18 period. National Institute of Complementary Medicine, Health Research Institute. This is the full name. It's exclusively for the complementary medicines other than the conventional Western medicine, which includes Chinese herbal medicine, Western herbal medicine, naturopathy, yoga, Tai Chi, then choreopractic practices, and all those medical practices, health practices rather, comes under the heading of complementary medicine. Ayurveda is part of it.
Right.
So till recent times there was no Ayurveda component here. They were working on yoga and other research activities, and this is one of the topmost research institute in Australia. It's holding its number one position since last 3 or 4 years continuously. And in the world map also, NICM, National Institute of Complementary Medicine, has made its position. A good number of publications are published from this, research publications are published from this institute. And in 2021, Western Sydney University entered into an MOU with our institute in Delhi.
Okay.
And in 2022, they entered with another MOU for establishment of Ayurveda academic chair here. The purpose of academic chair is to promote research in Ayurveda, because evidence-based research for the Ayurveda claims, health claims, it is in the beginning stage now. We don't have published articles or evidence published, systematic reviews and such things. So to start with that, they started this. Along with that, some academic activities and popularization of Ayurveda among the public, the health benefits.
Right.
You must be knowing that Ayurveda is not just medicine. It's all about wellness.
Yes.
More of wellness.
And it's more like a lifestyle,
yes.
I think.
It's not merely lifestyle alone. Of course, there are two major components. One is prevention of diseases, which can be achieved only with wellness, healthy lifestyle practices.
Right.
And second thing is about the treatment of diseases. Both things are there in Ayurveda. So we are here more concentrating on research concepts now.
But then when we say about treatment of diseases or prevention and these kind of things, isn't that like a lifestyle change you have to make? Like today, let's say for example, I am a cancer survivor,
Right.
a thyroid cancer survivor. So I don't have the thyroid gland. I also suffer from essential thrombocythemia, where my blood platelets are rising continually, and I'm on blood thinners, and of course thyroid medication to replace the hormone in my body. So when I say that Ayurveda is a lifestyle or a way of life or wellness, and therefore treating and prevention of such diseases or ailments or treatments, then does that mean that there are certain medicines, like in Western medicine, if I have a fever or something, it would be an immediate kind of a thing that, okay, you can take Panadol, you can do this, that, 1, 2, 3 tablets for 5 days, 6 days, and you'll be fine, or almost fine. But in Ayurveda, is it like a course of 5 days, 6 days can work, or is it like a lifestyle change that I have to make, that there'll be restrictions of food forever for the next lifetime, so that I'm able to retain this treatment that was done on me?
See, the approach is...
I'm sorry about the long question.
No,
but
it's
then,
okay.
yeah.
See, the approach is slightly different. When you want to maintain good health, healthy life, then lifestyle plays a vital role. When it comes to a disease condition, then the lifestyle changes which promotes healing, that plays a vital role. For example, you quoted the example of fever.
Myself, yeah.
There are antibiotic drugs in Ayurveda too, which are helping in reducing the temperature and treating the main cause of the disease.
Okay.
Yeah. Along with that, if you follow light diet, easily digestible, light, nutritious diet, there are a lot of vegetables, lot of grains and cereals are there, which are light, easy to digest, and they give you good nutrition. On the other hand, they don't promote the inflammatory process or the disease process in the body. Those modifications are to be made during the disease treatment period, along with the medication. For example, if I give you an example of that, if you have a seasonal cough, cold, flu, if you eat cold items like ice cream or heavy items like curd, the condition increases.
Okay.
Those things you have to avoid. On the other hand, if you are taking some spices, some herbal teas and some food items which are hot and warm in nature, freshly prepared, that helps in healing. This is the change. When disease is there, that is, we call it as pathya. Pathya means homologous things for promotion of healing.
Okay.
Apathya is antagonistic things. So you are avoiding the antagonistic things and you are following the promotive things. That is vital part of Ayurveda management. Pathya is very important. When it comes to diseases like respiratory diseases, skin diseases, this diet is very, very vital, along with the medication.
Right.
Sometimes we can have diet as medicine. That we call it as therapeutic
food
diet.
Is medicine.
Yeah, food as medicine.
Traditionally, and in the scriptures and Vedas, and even not just the Hindu Vedas and scriptures, but also in Greek, and Roman times, I think they always considered food as medicine. Food is cure. I mean, apparently, or the belief system, which I also believe and agree in a lot of ways, that every cure is actually in the food that we eat.
Exactly.
It can actually repair and have cellular repairing as well. But of course, I think with my little knowledge, I think cellular repairing and rewiring of a lot of trauma and physical or mental or emotional trauma can be healed through meditation and yoga and breathing techniques.
Yes.
If I'm right.
Yeah, you are right. Because all this is what is called as holistic approach.
Yeah.
It's not the drug, one tablet or one syrup alone do the thing. You have to have supportive things. This is what the beauty of traditional medicines as a whole, Ayurveda in particular. There is one saying or one shloka, if I can quote it.
Yes.
Pathye sati gadartasya kim aushadha nishevanaihi. It's again repeated, same line is repeated, but question mark comes there. Pathye sati gadartasya kim aushadha nishevanaihi. The way of uttering the sentence is slightly different. If you are following the pathya, that is the home dietary pattern which is advised for the particular condition, what is the need of medicine?
Right.
And second part is, if you are following the pathya, is medicine is required? Same question is repeated in different way.
And is this Sanskrit?
Yeah, it's a Sanskrit. It's a Sanskrit shloka.
And where is this from?
Mentioned in our ancient textbooks, Ayurveda textbooks.
And so when it comes to Ayurveda, I think it goes back to our ancient scriptures like the Upanishads and the Vedas. So can you tell us a little bit in brief for us and the lay persons and the younger generation as to what's the beginning of this science, or how did it start in a nutshell, if you can?
It's very interesting. See, our textbooks or Ayurveda ancient tradition books, what they say is Ayurveda is not written by anybody. It is recollected. The knowledge is recollected. The way Veda, it is called as apaurushaya. Apaurushaya means it is not man-made. It's something divine.
Okay.
There are 4 Vedas: Rigveda, Yajurveda, Samaveda and Atharva Veda. Of these 4 Vedas, they have got subunits which are called as Upaveda. So Ayurveda is considered as Upaveda of Rigveda as well as Atharva Veda. Both are there. There are slight difference of opinion in that. Rigveda contains a lot of verses or informations about the health system. Similar is the case with Atharva Veda. So we believe that it is a part of Vedic literature only. And then it continued, the knowledge continued with the Shruti Smruti Parampara. Shruti Smruti Parampara means hearing and teaching. It's not written. It continued for some time, and then the literature, writing literature, this came up. Charaka Samhita is the first literature, probably in the medical history, it will be the first written work, systematically written work. And it was written by one Acharya by name Charaka, and something around 2000 years back in Sanskrit. Of course, it has undergone many redactions and editions and all. Now we get the Charaka Samhita in English translation also. If you go to online Charaka, there is a platform where you can get fully English translation of the book with original Sanskrit quotes too. So there are a lot of books like this. Sushruta Samhita, there is another book which deals more about surgery.
Okay.
Yeah, you can see the laparotomy, there is an opening of abdomen, abdominal surgeries. Even there is reference of opening the skull also. Skull surgeries, I mean brain surgeries, but no, nowadays it is not practiced.
Okay.
We have lost the technique, and we don't have specific expertise for that. We follow, or Ayurveda, generally those who are doing surgery, they follow the modern techniques with the pre-post operative Ayurveda medication and all. Otherwise they refer the case to the right person. That is what is said.
Right. So it's basically when you're saying that it's a recollection method that was used, so it was more like experiential method, as you kind of people experienced all these pandits and acharyas and all these people experienced life, and therefore this kind of came up, and therefore I think Ayurveda has Veda mentioned in it. So how easy or challenging or difficult has it been for you to share this knowledge in a Western country, in a like Australia? Like in India, I think we all have some sort of knowledge or introduction or in our childhood or something. But then, what were some of the challenges or triumphs you've had here?
See, definitely it is challenging, because the Western world, outside India, the world is learning about electron, proton, and neutron, microscope, cell and gene and all those things. When you come to Ayurveda, we talk about Prakriti, Purusha, all Sanskrit concepts. An equivalent word for these Sanskrit wordings in English is difficult to find out. And second thing is, most of the Ayurveda concepts, we can demonstrate it on the patient, or we can demonstrate it on the physical, living body, but whereas in laboratory it is very difficult. As you rightly told, Ayurveda is more experiential rather than experimental.
Right.
The experiential parts, long standing experience of our ancient seers or guru teachers, they codified it, they converted into book form, and they advised. It's very interesting. See, the basic concepts of Ayurveda lies between on three dosha siddhanta, we call it, the theory of three doshas, Vata, Pitta and Kapha. Whatever in the universe I am able to explain in this, even today.
Okay.
Yeah, but I can explain even an inert substance also in terms of tridosha, based upon its properties, its therapeutic effect or its action on the body. Sometimes positive, supportive to the body, sometimes deleterious to the body. So there are poisons, there are which is called as amrita, nectar also. So this can be. That is the beauty of the science. It is not that Charaka or Sushruta, the ancient textbooks, have explained everything. They have not explained everything. They clearly told the disease need not be named, but you have to understand the disease pathology, pathophysiology you have to understand, then you can frame the treatment for that also. That is how we are able to treat COVID, we are able to treat the newer diseases, emerging diseases of today.
So you were able to treat COVID with
definitely.
Ayurveda?
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's very interesting. I mean, apart from the WhatsApp university that goes on with all the natural remedies in WhatsApp that used to come over during the pandemic, it was scary. So what's the like for people in Australia or around the world who are outside of India, because India has many accredited institutions like the All India Institute of Ayurveda and these kind of hospitals and clinics which are authentic, and we know that these are really doctors and experts in Ayurveda. But in Australia, do we have such treatments, or how can we go about it? If I want to, let's say I'm a thyroid cancer survivor, and if I want to undergo some treatment, like go with the Ayurveda way, then is there an option for me here?
Yeah, it is. There are Ayurveda doctors in Australia. Australia is one country which has accepted Ayurveda as a health system.
Okay.
And of course, there are two way of practicing here. One is government regulated practice, another is association or group self-regulated practice.
Okay.
Ayurveda complementary medicines comes under the self-regulatory practice,
Okay.
and they have to undergo particular training in the subject concerned, and there are certain legal requirements like first aid and what do you call emergency care and other things.
Okay.
They have to take the
Those
membership.
certifications.
Yeah, they have to take insurance, indemnity insurance and other
Okay.
things, and they can practice. There are a couple of practitioners in Sydney also. There are a good number of practitioners in Melbourne. All over Australia, I think more than 250 Ayurveda qualified Ayurveda doctors. Qualified in the sense degree holders from India, Nepal, Sri Lanka.
Oh, okay.
They are practicing here.
So
yes.
Ayurveda is practiced in a big way in Sri Lanka and Nepal as well.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And does it go as a branch of the Indian clinics and institutions, or do you think there is a whole base of population which is actually studying Ayurveda, and there are like authentic educational institutions there?
Yes, there is. See, in India, of course, we have a number of universities exclusive for Ayush systems. Ayush means Ayurveda
Ayush.
included.
Okay.
And of course, all the universities, they have Ayurveda degree programs, postgraduate degree programs, PhD programs. And then in Nepal, of course, yes, Tribhuvan University has got a separate this thing. In Sri Lanka, of course, there are 2 or 3 national institutes which are teaching Ayurveda. Of course, there are influence of, you can see the influence of traditional knowledge of the particular land on Ayurveda too, in the medicaments when you are concerned. But the basic things are same. They study same Charaka, Sushruta, Vagbata books. We also studying the same thing. Of course, in India now what the changes have taken place is we add the contemporary basic sciences like anatomy, physiology, biochemistry, pathology. All those basic subjects are taught to traditional medicine doctors too. So they are well versed in that. We are using all the modern diagnostics in the patient care. Treatment when it comes, it is Ayurveda. And I am from pediatrics. I treat a lot of patients with cerebral palsy, autism spectrum disorders, and of course day to day common diseases like fever, cough, cold, abdominal problems, diarrhea, dysentery. These are all very common things. In addition to that, we take help of all investigations like CT scan, MRI and EEG. In autism, we use a lot of autism spectrum scales are there, assessment scales. We are using this in our studies.
Okay, so when we talk about like autism and these kind of challenges, do you think with Ayurveda it is a management thing or a cure as well?
See, there are certain conditions like the diseases of genetic origin or hereditary in nature, which runs in the family. Cure may be always a question in all branches of science.
Okay.
Yes, it is manageable one thing, and it can be improved. It may not be 100%, but we can improve up to 99%. In autism spectrum disease and such type of conditions, I have seen children attending the normal school. I have seen children running with the group, may not be in the front line, but in the middle or in the back. Similar is the case with cerebral palsy, where they are totally bedridden, not able to do their motor activities, not able to do their own attend their own activities. We are able to provide them relief. They are becoming independent from the dependent stage. That we have seen.
And what about because I was talking to you a while back about, we've talked a lot about the Naari project that Saroni Roy Foundation is doing, and the platform we want to build for menstrual health and reproductive health and gender diverse people who menstruate. To make it a very inclusive and holistic kind of accessible to access to education and to treatments and expert consultations. So what would you say in terms of women's health, menstrual health, reproductive health? What are some of the success stories in Ayurveda?
See, women health is always given prime importance in Ayurveda. The Ayurveda goes like this. There is one specialized branch called as general medicine or internal medicine, wherein all the disease of human being is discussed. When it comes to women health, then specific diseases of reproductive system, particularly related with menstruation, related with the fertility and other issues, they are addressed separately. And there are a lot of informations available, managements are available, as well as lifestyle guidelines are available given in Ayurveda texts. There is something called as Rajaswala Paricharya. Have you heard of this Rajaswala Paricharya?
No.
Rajaswala means menstruating woman.
Oh,
Okay, Paricharya is care.
Okay.
There is a separate entity called as Rajaswala Paricharya, care of woman during menstruation or menstruating age. So it's totally it is addressed in Ayurveda, and all approach mentioned are either nature based, internal medications or therapies. Both are there. We can easily, of course, see the number of patients attending our All India Institute of Ayurveda, New Delhi, gynecology and obstetric department OPD is something like 250 patients a day for Ayurveda, and success rate is very high.
Right. And would you say that, I mean, in Australia, like you were mentioning that, there are many Ayurveda practitioners, but there are many who actually claim that they have had clinics for 20 years in Delhi, in India, and they are like this Ayurveda doctor. They claim to do that. So what would be a sign, or what are some of the accreditations we should be looking at to understand that these are authentic and the actual, the real
See,
doctors?
It is the case all over the world outside India.
Yeah.
Actually, in India, in early days, of course, those senior Vaidyas are almost extinct now. 1950, 1940 onwards, university education of Ayurveda started. We have a graduation program called as, which leads to the degree of BAMS, Bachelor of Ayurvedic Medicine and Surgery, or Bachelor of Ayurvedic Medicine. So the truly, genuine qualified person will have this degree. The best way of looking to this is qualification. Then there are a lot of private institutions and private senior doctors and mediocres rather. They are conducting 15 days training program in Ayurveda, 1 month training program in Ayurveda, 3 months training program in Ayurveda, so like. And these are all giving some basic knowledge about, and they get those things from India. They take a certificate, and outside nobody is going to authenticate them. So they just say that I am an Ayurveda doctor, I am trained in India, I am trained in this, that, XY.
And that's why the skepticism in this side of the world, even as an Indian origin person, and I've lived in India for so long, that I've been in Australia for 10 years now, but I've still been so skeptical to go to Ayurveda practitioners here because I don't know if they're actually authentic. So what would be that one thing that I could look for?
The very first thing is their qualification degree. They may have a BAMS degree, or they may have a post-graduation MD, MS Ayurveda. Second thing is there are few organizations here, self-regulated organization. There is one organization which is exclusive for this Ayurveda qualified persons. That is called as Australasian Ayurveda Association. AAA, AAA they call. So whenever you are going to a doctor, you can just check for his registration, membership number, not registration, it is membership with Australasian Ayurveda Association. If he is a member of that, he is a genuine person. I don't know about the knowledge level or skill part of it, but qualification wise, yes, he is qualified.
He has the qualifications.
And the degree, BAMS, or in Australia there are 2 programs in Ayurveda. It's a TAFE training program.
Oh really?
It's a diploma in Ayurveda and wellness, and second is advanced diploma. So advanced diploma persons are more exposed to clinical practice, more exposed to, and they can get the membership in AAA, the AAA association also. So they may be considered because they have more exposure to Ayurveda. It's a program of 2 years each. So you have to study for 4 years at least, and 4 years study means almost good knowledge they will get, except the surgical part, because here surgical part is not allowed. Other than that, other things they are exposed to. They can be considered, but better is to go for BAMS graduation degree or higher studies. We have good number of postgraduate doctors here. Many lady doctors are here, Ayurveda lady doctors. They have done MD Ayurveda in good institutions in India, very good institutions in India.
And coming to women's health again, in terms of the Supanari project as well. So a few things that the root of Supanari is, it's a period equity initiative, which is to address the women peace and security issue of period poverty globally. not just in New South Wales, Australia. And we may think that in affluent countries like Australia, UK, USA, this problem does not exist, but it does exist. The percentage may be a little less or more compared to an India, Bangladesh, Afghanistan, Pakistan, but then you know, it exists, and it's a shame that it exists in such beautiful countries. So would you say that Ayurveda and the pain points that we normally see in these communities would be cost, pain management, stigma, and access to a variety of products which are most suitable for your health and what you're comfortable with during menstruation. So would you say that Ayurveda is actually in a way addressing these kind of these pain points of cost? Is it a more cost effective
Yeah, definitely, because since it is from the nature, and
managing.
many of the management things you can have from your kitchen itself,
yeah.
as well as your kitchen garden itself.
Correct.
So yes, it is cost effective, one thing. Second thing is you are talking about the pain part. Yes, there are medications, pain management, drugs reducing the pain, drugs effective in the pain there are. To say very simple or easiest, I should not quote prescriptions here, but just an example. You know, Asafoetida, hing.
Yes.
Okay, hing is a wonderful thing. If you are taking in a higher quantity, yes, it is hot in potency, it will create issues, health issues. But if you take in the prescribed small dose, whatever prescribed the physician, it does wonders in pain management.
Which is so contradictory, because you know, when I was, I mean, during pregnancy, I mean, I've heard these things. Of course, you know, when you're pregnant, then you're constantly researching on what's good and what's harmful for you. Like some people say olives are not good when you're pregnant, hing is not good when you're pregnant, and you know, so these kind of things. So is that how do we go about these contradictions? And
it's a very interesting question. Like, see, everything has got a limit.
Yeah.
If you crossing the limit, that is dangerous. Milk is very good. It is called as nectar also. Yes, but you are taking excess of milk, it is not good. Similarly, the case with medicine has to be used as a medicine. Hing, when you are using in culinary things, cooking, you are using a very small quantity. And if you are taking as a medicine also, it is used in small quantity. Raw hing is not used. It is processed and used.
Just say, I love South Indian food like idlis and sambar and you know everything. And there's hing in sambar and rasam and everything. And even dosa के जो मसाले में आलू में हींग डालते हैं तो मैं वो खाती थी and then I was like, oh my god, did I like, you know, did this impact?
No, might have, I don't know, because I don't know the quantity of it. But in small quantity, in the kitchen use hing is not
cooking में जैसा use
it is not dangerous. Now today there is a fad of using turmeric in the name of curcumin. Okay, turmeric in a small quantity is very good. In clinical practice, curcumin is used as the active ingredient of turmeric, isolated and used. In Ayurveda, there is no mentioning of isolation of curcumin or anything. It is used as a whole.
Because when, after my cancer surgery and treatment, I was told by the doctor to take curcumin tablets on a regular basis, on an everyday basis. So is that and it was told to me in layperson terms that it prevents, curcumin prevents tumors and cysts. So is that valid or?
No, it's definitely it's valid.
It's a valid
but only thing is it's a prescription and your doctor has prescribed it with the prescribed dose. Instead of that, you are going to an OTC counter and you are purchasing curcumin is good. You are taking 10 tablets. What will happen?
Okay.
That is the question. If you are taking the prescribed dose, definitely it is good.
Right.
No wonder in that. Similar the case with in women health. Painkiller. There are a lot of pain analgesic the plant medicines are available. Kitchen remedies are available. Procedures are available in Ayurveda, which are easy to adopt. Third thing is you are talking about the stigmas. For overcoming stigma, the best thing is educating. They should be educated well. Ayurveda never talk about stigmas. And it is all social practice which has led to this condition. That has to be overtaken with education only. If you are adding certain Ayurveda concepts with that, since Ayurveda is imbibed in the society, of course Indian population I am talking, it is imbibed, they adopt it very easily. So if I am telling something, you don't do this, you will have a tendency to do it again. If I am telling that if you are doing this, something else will happen, Or if I attach some spiritual part to it, some God will get, you will get curse or something like that, then you will be always keeping away.
Yeah.
So this type of things, this has come in the social practice.
And have you at all seen any similarities of Ayurveda, Chinese medicine, Unani, and indigenous bush tucker, Australian native, ingredients or something that has been used maybe for cure? Because I know, I mean, the bush tucker and the Australian indigenous people, the Torres Strait Islander people and the Aboriginals also have their traditional native cures, like from plant, and something they'll just pick it up and they'll put it in the eye, and that eye infection is gone. So did you find any similarities in all these practices?
Yeah, definitely, yes, because all traditional medicines are based on the nature. Whatever available in the nature, they are used. The doctrine of signature or nature's signature. See, something looking like a kidney, it may be a leaf, it may be a fruit, it may be a cereal or whatever. It may be good for the kidney. Something looking like a heart, it may be good for the heart. Something looking like a brain. For example, you have got that akhrout, what is that?
Walnut.
Walnut open. That is looking like a brain.
It looks like a brain, yes.
It is a nootropic, it is a
oh my
memory
God,
enhancer.
I've never thought of these ingredients this way.
Similarly, see, if you cut the carrot, slice you are taking, it will appear like your iris.
This
So carrot is good for the eyes. So this is followed in almost all the traditional medicines.
This is amazing.
Even in Ayurveda it is there.
I love that. And can you tell us one thing which you found similar in indigenous Australian techniques and Ayurveda? Is there any ingredient or something that you found
in Australian bush medicine, they have the practice of fumigation, putting smoke. So they put some specific leaves or stem in the fire, and the smoke comes, and yes, smoke has antibacterial or antimicrobial activities. Ayurveda follows the same thing in the name of dhupana.
Correct.
And we use this dhupana procedure for fumigation of operation theatres, fumigation of labor room, fumigation given to wound healing also. This is practiced here also. It's a very common thing here. Similarly, the use of various herbal decoctions, or what you call as, you can call it as herbal tea. There are certain herbal teas here. There are herbal teas in Ayurveda also. A lot of herbal teas are there in Ayurveda. Medicated oils for external application for pain management. Yes, the Nilgiri or eucalyptus based leaf or eucalyptus oil mixed with other oil, applying on the painful parts. It acts as counter irritants and reduces the pain. It is there in traditional medicine here as well as there also. There are a lot of similarities like this.
And cannabis, which is a very modern medicine technique as well, and again plant-based and natural remedy-based, is that a part of Ayurveda in a way?
Yes, definitely. Cannabis is addressed as Vijaya. The name of cannabis in Ayurveda is Vijaya. Bhang it is actually. And yes, there are some medicines which contains cannabis in it. And of course, now because of the habit forming and misuse of it, it is restricted.
Correct.
Otherwise, definitely yes. If you have acute diarrhea, there is one preparation in Ayurveda, you have to give in drops which contains cannabis in it. Diarrhea gets arrested. Similar, see in Ayurveda there is a category of herbal drugs named as poisons. And in poisons there are two categories: severely poisoning items and mild poisoning items. Vijaya or this cannabis comes in the mild category.
And it's mostly used in pain management, like chronic pain and rehab and of injury and stuff like that. Is that valid? Is that something?
Yeah, it is used in pain management also. Why I am telling also is it is used in other conditions too.
Okay.
It is used as a rejuvenator too. But single drug cannabis alone use in Ayurveda is not there. It is used in combination with other things. Polyherbal combinations are there.
Okay.
So alone use very rarely you can find. Same is the case with turmeric, same is the case with the ashwagandha. Using alone is rare.
Right.
It is used in some dosage form, medicinal form. Either maybe in the form of decoction, or maybe in the form of medicated ghees, or self-generated alcoholic preparations are there that are in different forms.
So, Dr. Rajagopala, one question that a lot of people have asked me and we would like to know in Australia would be that can foreign nationals and Australians study Ayurveda in India?
Definitely yes, because Ayurveda requires science background. Any student, any scholar having 10+2 science, that is physics, chemistry and biology, equivalent to Indian 10+2, they can join the Ayurveda degree program in India. There are two types of establishments in India. One is government and another is private.
Okay.
Private is more open, and government also has got exclusive seats for foreign nationals.
Okay.
Government of India supports with scholarship too. And if anybody is interested, you can contact the Ministry of Ayush or our consulate office or our High Commission office here. They will be guiding you.
Okay. And yeah, I mean, just how was your stay in Sydney, and will you miss Sydney? What is your favorite memory about Sydney?
It's a lively place and a very calm and cool, harmonious place to live with. Nobody is interfering with your faith and your activities. If you're doing some good thing, yes, people are supporting you very well. And definitely I like Australia as a whole. And the life here was very.
Do you have a favorite restaurant here? Or a coffee shop or something?
Yeah, I like the Australian cappuccino coffee very much. And of course, I miss our Madras filter coffee too. There are a couple of places here where we get good filter coffee.
Good
here.
coffee,
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. I don't recommend the name. Because,
yeah, of course.
Okay. But there are places.
Okay. And what would be one thing that you're going to really miss about Sydney?
The friendly nature of Sydney people.
Okay.
The institution is very good. Institution again, it is employer friendly place, employee friendly place, very good place. Similar is the case outside also. The transport in Sydney is very good. I like it. The train, the bus services,
what about
very
the beaches?
Convenient.
Beaches and the food
beaches. See, I'm
you didn't
not
go to the beaches?
No, I did, but I'm not very much in favor because
Okay.
India also has seen good number of quite good beaches. Yes. By the way, you are into a different field like acting and advertising and all. How come you got interested in Ayurveda?
Oh, so in my past life, I was a journalist back in Bombay actually. Yeah. So I studied in Sophia College in Mumbai, and then I got into writing for magazines. So I did that for a long time, and then so as a journalist, I think we are interested in every area, irrespective of whatever we know. We are just thirsty for knowledge, and kind of that we have that in us. So that journalist in me is still there, I think. And the second thing is, of course, when I landed here, I didn't get a job in media or PR, which I was doing in India, back in India, in Bombay, and then Bangalore, I was a PR professional. So then I kind of had to take up whatever job I got to survive and sustain. And then, but then I'm also a trained dancer. I'm trained in 4 dance forms like Bharatnatyam, Odissi, Kathak. And
that's a traditional dancing of India, yes?
I'm a Visharad in Kathak, and then Odissi was something I learned parallelly, and then Bharatnatyam was something since I was 3 years old. I started learning dance. And then when I was in Bombay, I learned the flamenco. But then because of my health situation post-cancer, I started getting a lot of pain in my leg, in my left leg, and therefore I can't get back to dancing. So I needed a creative outlet when I was here in Sydney, and I didn't have family or friends or anyone here, So I was like, how do I meet these like-minded people or creative people? So I thought that the best way to make friends or meet like-minded people is a school setup, where you're studying together, Yes. So then I joined film schools here in Australia, in Sydney. I'm trained in screen acting technique, and by industry, the best in the industry. And so yeah, acting was the closest to the creative in me, the artist in me, because I can't dance anymore. So I'm a trained singer. I'm trained in semi-classical, Hindustani semi-classical. So that's something I would love to revive.
That means you're an all-rounder in all areas. Good.
And then, of course, coming back to the Ayurveda part of it, of course, Personally, I would love to go for something like that because I've tried a lot of areas of medicine for my health situation, which is a bit of a complex health history that I have, a medical history, and also for my project, for my Saroni Roy Foundation, the Naari project, that where we are working on women's health and menstrual health and reproductive health, so that we can accelerate the participation of women and girls and menstruating people in various sectors of life, school, education, business, aviation, sports, in every way. And I feel that Ayurveda is such a treasure trove of knowledge and a cost-effective way of and a way of life, let's say, and healing. And treating the root cause. I feel that it would really benefit people in the whole world to know more about Ayurveda and from authentic sources like yourselves. So yeah, just that whole process of giving back to the world, and trying to help.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Of course, you have discussed about the Naari project earlier also with me, and it's very, very fascinating. And I hope, Ayurveda and Ayurveda knowledge, the wellness component basically, it will support your project very much. Congratulations and all the best for your projects.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for for spending time, quality time with us, and thank you so much for all the knowledge sharing.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.